Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Comedy Kids. This is going to be a showcase of teen and children doing improv and stand-up comedy from our comedy classes online from all over the country, not just New York City. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm just here to introduce the show, but the entire show will be hosted and emceed by the one, the only, Judah!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to our show. I'm so glad you could make it today. But before we begin our class clowns nonsense, it's very important for you to learn a very, very important rule. And that rule is called the taxi rule.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey.
Now, the taxi rule.
No.
The taxi rule.
No.
The T word rule.
What's the
is
T word?
taxi.
No.
Whenever I say taxi,
No.
you say yo. So let's try it. Taxi.
Yo.
Taxi.
Yo.
Taxi.
Yo.
No.
Taxes.
No.
No.
Don't pay us.
Taxi.
Yo.
All right, now it's time to introduce some of our great cast members. We have Carolyn White,
Hi.
Scaloni,
Hola.
Sammy, Keith Electric Burger, and some may know her by Erie, but we call her Galaxy Potato.
Oh, hi there. Goodbye.
Hi. Now, it's time to get kicked off with our show, and we're going to start with a game that has everyone in it, and it's called What Had Happened Was. And the way that this game is going to work is one person's going to start telling a story, and someone else who also saw that same exact thing unraveling is going to stop them and say, wait, what really happened was, and say what had really happened. So, to start off, why don't we get Sammy? Start with
Thanks, Judah. So I'm gonna tell you a little story. I was at this interview, right? And it was a group interview, so it was a lot of people. And the host, the person asking the question, they were asking really weird questions like, where did you go to school as a kid? Why are you here? What's your favorite color? And I was just getting a little uncomfortable. So I was looking around and everyone was like getting up and like leaving, and they had this look on their face. It was just like a combination of like melancholy and just like something terrible was gonna happen.
Wait.
Are you
What
for a
had
dog?
really happened was, what had really happened was, I'm the interviewer, and I wasn't asking weird questions. I was trying to figure out if you were right for the role. I kept trying over and over and over again to say, just say the line, but you kept talking about your address and why you were here. It was so strange. And I'm gonna.
What really happened was, because I was there, a unicorn came up to me and said, "Child, you can do anything you want as long as it's legal."
What really happened was, I think it was actually a Pegasus because, it flew in, so it had to have wings because we all know unicorns can't fly. So, I think that the Pegasus was trying to tell you that as long as something's legal.
Well, okay, but what actually happened was you misheard the Pegasus, because she actually said illegal. You can do anything you want as long as it's illegal. Arson, tax fraud.
What actually happened was they didn't say illegal. They said an ill-eagle, like a sick eagle. Because, I was hiding under the table because I was afraid that I was going to be really late to the meeting. But I did hear the Pegasus, or what they claimed to be a Pegasus. And they were talking about a really sick eagle that was just lying outside.
Wait. What actually happened was, I'm the set designer for the play that these auditions were for. And the Pegasus unicorn was just the set that I had been designing. And it had actually been hijacked by the ill eagle. And he was trying to trick you into helping the illegal. Helping him. That's what really happened.
What really happened was after the Pegasus was taken over by the illegal, I think I saw some people actually take its word for real and start doing some illegal stuff. And it's I have an NDA with them, so I can't say what they did. But
Well, what actually happened was I don't have an NDA with them. So man, the atrocities that were committed. I mean, I don't know if I'm allowed to even say it on the show. We're trying to keep it PG-13 here. But there was a lot of fire. I will say that. I don't know. Whipped cream got involved somehow.
Wait, what actually happened was the fire was set fire, but they were actually running around breaking laws. I mean, the amount of people jaywalking that day, it was just a monstrosity. They took over the streets. It was insane. The cast and the crew coming together as one.
What really happened is they took over the sidewalks, and like people were like trying to walk, like they couldn't, and they had to like go in the street. There were like cars coming from every angle, and then everyone was like just like tipping over the cars because they really wanted their sidewalks back.
Yeah, well, what actually happened was the cars became sentient, and they turned into kind of transformers, like Optimus Prime, that's his name. And they started fighting back against people. We're humans, flesh, blood, bones. We don't stand a chance against our robot transformer overlords.
Wait. What actually happened was, it turns out that half of us actually are transformers and transformed from our human bodies into the humanoid transformer states, right?
Right.
But the problem is that there are more cars there in the world than there are half of the people in the world.
Yeah.
So we still lost the war. But now life is cars.
Well,
Yeah.
what really happened is that we turned into cars. And then we left. And
Well, what actually happened
burgers.
was I won the Piston Cup. Because I'm actually Lightning McQueen, because I am a car. That's right, guys. I know. Don't freak out. I know I'm a celebrity, but yeah, won the Piston Cup. It's a pretty big deal, actually. My friend was a spy once. He's a tow truck. I'm not too caught up on my Cars lore, guys. I'm gonna be honest. I'm really just.
Wait, what actually happened was when all of the humans left Earth because it was uninhabitable in Wall-E, then the cars took over, and that's why the Earth was being run by the cars, and that's why there are the same monuments in Cars 3 as there are in real life.
But what actually happened is that the toys from Toy Story were actually driving the cars, but you couldn't see them because the cars' eyes were covering the windshields.
Well, okay. What actually happened was, I could see how you get that confused, but what actually happened is there's actually meat and flesh inside of the cars, and they have a beating heart and working organs. It's not just like mechanics and stuff. Their exoskeleton is a car, but inside of the wheels are actually 4 feet that just spin around and around, and that's how the cars move.
Wait, what actually happened was, those are the people that turned into Transformers. When they tried to turn back into people, they turned into flesh cars. So instead of turning into Transformer, I just hailed a taxi.
Yo!
All right, everybody. All right, everybody. That was what had happened was. And now it's time to bring up our next stand-up, someone very, very talented, Sammy.
Thank you, guys. And so we've probably all settled in by now to quarantine. And I'd say we've all followed a pretty common thought trajectory. Week 1, we got a week off. And we all thought to ourselves, I'm going to be more productive. I'm going to write an album. I'm going to learn to code. I'm going to run a 3-minute mile and end global warming, all because I have more time on my hands. And then some of us were like, yeah, this sucks. But it's not my fault. I'm not going to stop rewatching The Office until quarantine is up. It's Cuomo's fault for putting me in here. Yeah, I'll just blame my laziness on Cuomo. So we rolled with that for week 1, keeping our hopes high. And then week 2 came, and with it, online classes. And if you're my age, you're probably going to bed at 4 a.m. and waking up at 4 p.m. But since school made this thing called attendance, since they have to start checking to see if we're here, even though we're all at home, they did that. So what the genius minds back in Hastings High School did is they made a Google form where you have to check in by 12 p.m. And it has 2 questions, your name and here, and a thing where it says here or not here. And I have a couple issues with this. One, if I have to check into school by 12, I'll set an alarm for 11:59, check in, and go back to sleep. And even if you go to all your classes, you still might be marked absent if you didn't click here on the Google form. And even though they call them classes, the teacher is just staring at the camera like, "Hi, guys!" And what do you think they were trying to do when they were sitting there trying to figure out what to do? Like, hey, why don't we have the teachers take attendance at the virtual meeting? And then there's someone was like, no, that's too direct. We need something more abstract. And once it was just me and a teacher in a Google Meets room, and it was a minute before class started. And I look up, and this unnamed teacher has his shirt off because it was before class. And my first thing was like, okay, 2 could play that game. So I photoshopped my head on Arnold Schwarzenegger's body. And it was a good time. But that's the world we live in today, right? I feel like the only way I can clear my head is take a walk outside. But I always see people when I go outside. And there's so many weird interactions now, right? I live in a small town. So for you city people, when I pass someone on the street, it's polite to say hi. You guys are like, what? That should be illegal. So now we have to say hi from 6 feet away. And it's always interesting to see the kinds of people I encounter. I'll give you an example. There's this road I bike on sometimes. It's the service road to the Sawmill River Parkway. And if you know the Sawmill Parkway, cars go 80 miles an hour, even though a truck can barely fit on the whole highway. So the road's pretty thin. There's barely any shoulder. And I'm biking, and I see a taco truck. And this was 2 weeks ago, so quarantine was happening. But it was also Cinco de Mayo. So I'm like, I got to go get a taco today. And they have a sign that says, customers, please stand 6 feet away from each other. And this person in front of me in line gives me the squinty face and tells me to go 6 feet away. But the problem is, the road is only 4 feet away. So I would be standing in the middle of this highway online for a taco. But they're giving me this death stare. And because everyone has a mask, I didn't know if he was hitting on me, smiling, subtly smirking. But I just assumed it was a death stare. And even though cars were zipping by, it was Cinco de Mayo. Like, come on, I need my taco. So there I was, standing in the middle of the highway online to buy a taco. Thank you. That's it.
Wow, I think we can all agree with Carolyn with the thumbs up and the clapping emoji. That was really, really great, Sammy. I tip my hat to you. You know, with this whole quarantine thing going on, it's really, really like getting worse in Florida. And I think that as people have, you know, been getting more serious about the pandemic, they've kind of lost their sense of humor about Florida. And I want to try to mend that. So I came up with another Florida man. I thought that I would share. Over the course of the last 10 years, Florida man has donated 100 buckets of blood to help his local hospital, saying, I just want to help out the community in any way I can. The blood was donated in buckets, and test results revealed the contents of the buckets consisted of a mixture of raccoon blood and fox blood, in addition to the blood of over 15 humans, none of which were the Florida man. The blood also had 7 different STDs. I think it's important to keep a open and happy mindset and try to laugh at our own pain. And with that, I'd like to transfer into Saloni's stand-up. Everyone give a hand for Saloni.
Thank you. I want to talk about one of my online classes. I mean, I know all my classes are online right now, but this one has been online since the beginning of the year. So really how it works is I get an assignment on Monday, and it's due Friday night. So, you know, I'm going to procrastinate the whole week and just finish the whole assignment on Friday night. So, a couple of weeks ago, we had to make a slideshow about morality and like the difference between living and surviving and the difference between truth and fact. And this is not a psychology class. My theory is that week my teacher had like an existential crisis, and the assignments differ so much from week to week that if I just saw what we had to do, I would not be able to guess what the class is. And actually, throughout this stand-up, I'm not going to tell you the name of the class, and you won't be able to guess it. So this week, we had to research a lot of cars, and I think my teacher is just buying a car. I chose a car website, and I downloaded this app, and now all my advertisements on YouTube and stuff are about cars, even though I don't even want a car. I mean, I can't even drive. So anyway, that is all the fault of this class. Also, one week, I think my teacher committed a crime because he made us do a slideshow about illegal activities, and now there's just a file on my school computer which says illegal activities that any FBI agent can just look at. And so now school is ending, and I'm going to be free from this class, which I'm going to be very glad of. And the name is Decision Making in the Corporate Environment. And I have learned nothing. Thank you.
Woo! That was hilarious. You know, one of the things that I miss most in quarantine is going into bathrooms and public bathrooms and seeing middle-aged men using urinals and complimenting their flow. Next up, we have a great game, one of my personal favorites. We have Switch, and for Switch, I'm going to need Keith and Carolyn. I'll be hosting. So the way that Switch is going to work is they're going to be doing a scene, and whenever they do something or say something that I don't particularly like or that I want them to redo, I'm going to say Switch. So, Keith, you want to help me with an example?
Yeah. All right. So one day, I was feeling kind of bored in quarantine, so I went for a stroll in the park.
Switch.
I was feeling kind of bored, so I went for a stroll in the subway systems, right on the tracks. Just walking along, said hi to my rat buddies. They were doing all right. I did encounter this guy there, and
Switch.
I did encounter this massive rat there, and he called.
And you get the point.
Yeah.
So we already got suggestions pre-recording. So what the name of this scene is going to be is Angry at Pottery Barn.
Angry at Pottery Barn.
Excuse me, can I speak to your manager? So I bought this cup like 2 months ago, and like it can't hold any water. So like that's
Switch what the cup can't do.
Like it can't make me breakfast, and like I thought that like it can't take care of my children. Like I don't really understand what the purpose of this is.
Well, you're in luck because I am the manager of this pottery barn. And I'm very sorry that it can't take care of your children.
Switch.
Unfortunately, switch what?
Switch what you're sorry about.
I'm very sorry about this inconvenience with this mug. I mean,
Switch.
I'm very sorry about the current state of America. It's just terrible. I mean, it's bad. But
Switch side.
Oh my God.
Switch side. Switch side.
It's bad. It's bad. But about your mug, I mean, it is just a mug. You're supposed to put coffee in it. But
What are you supposed to put in the mug?
You're supposed to put yogurt in it. That's actually a yogurt mug. You're supposed to put seawater in it. I know it's a little strange, but You got to put seawater in it, and it actually makes the seawater taste really good. You will die. It is still salt water, but it tastes good. Cannot take care of your kids, though. Sorry about that.
I'm going to need to speak to your supervisor.
Switch what you need to do.
I'm going to need to call corporate
Switch.
because I'm going to need to complain a little bit more because, like, I don't think that you're, like, taking me seriously, and, like, that's not okay because
Switch what you don't think he's taking you.
I don't think that you're taking me out to dinner because, like, you're not even, like, really paying attention to me.
I'm sorry. I know I've just been really swamped with work at the Pottery Barn lately, and I swear, I mean, I know you bought the mug.
Switch where you've been swamped at work.
I've been swamped at work at the call center. Just calling people about things that they need. And I'm really sorry. I know you bought the mug to take care of the kids. Because I've been absent. I understand that. I've been absent. And I get that, but I'm trying, all right? The call center at the Pottery Barn, I'm just trying to provide for this family. All right? So I'm really sorry. All right. I'm trying my best here. Okay? So look,
Switch what you're trying.
What?
Switch what you're trying.
I'm trying my worst here actually.
Switch.
I'm trying to sell you this new vase from Pottery Barn. I mean, just look at it. You could fit things in here. I mean, think about all the things you could fit
in there.
Our children, put them in here for the day. Don't have to worry about it anymore. I mean, come on. So it's $100. Do you want this vase?
Well, I mean, if it'll
Switch how you throw the mug. Switch.
Well, I mean, if it'll take care of my kids, like, I can't handle them. They're always on their phones.
Yeah. I would say I know, but I don't because I haven't seen them in 2 years. Anyway, here's the vase. If you want. Yeah, it's heavy, so yeah, you got it?
Yeah.
All right, well, go home. We could put our kids in there tonight, and we could go out. We'd have a lovely dinner. I'm thinking Shake Shack.
Switch how you'll get to the Shake Shack.
We're gonna take a walk on the subway tracks.
Switch.
We're gonna fly there.
Switch.
We're gonna run. We're actually just gonna run.
Switch.
I think we should call a taxi.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Keith and Carolyn. That was great.
You're welcome.
And now it is time to welcome, at least to me, a newcomer to Class Clowns. We know her as Eri. I already told you that we know her as Eri, but I'd like to welcome to the stage Galaxy Potato.
Hello. Well, so the thing about quarantine is you can get bored incredibly easily. So I would sometimes FaceTime my friends. So I would FaceTime my friends on my phone, and she would answer on her computer. And with her phone, she would prank call people, and I would help her. So we would just do that because we got bored, and we found it funny for like an hour, and then it kind of got boring. But the funny part is, so she called, I think it was Shake Shack, and said, "Hi, is this McDonald's?" And the counter person's like, "No, this is Shake Shack." And then she's like, "Oh, well, that's unfortunate because I like McDonald's way more." And then the counter person's like, "Okay." And so I'm on my computer just looking up funny background noises. And then Alice, my friend, is trying to keep them busy, just like trying to talk to them while I look for something funny. And I'm like listening to funny things, and then they just hang up, and it was very unfortunate. But another one, she prank called her friend, and so she pretended to butt dial them by calling them, putting the phone in her pocket, and then if they answered, she would put a thumb up, and I would play a fart sound effect. And then they would always get so annoyed, they would either hang up or complain. And one of them, we prank called her friend Brooklyn, and so we prank called her, and we did the butt dial thing, and so instead of laughing, Brooklyn hung up, and then she DM'd her on Instagram saying that like she told her grandma what Alice did, and she didn't like it, and she made her grandma block her, which I don't understand why Alice would feel bad about that, and neither does Alice, because she never knew that she had her grandma's number in the first place. So she was telling her that, and she's like, I just need some space. And then Alice said, I think she said something about like she already has a lot of space considering that we can't go anywhere. So the most space you can get is just not talking. But like, that's gonna be hard since we're in quarantine and it gets boring. So we just started prank calling other places. And I did Burger King. And I said, hi, I would like a burger with the booger all the way to London as quick as possible. And they just hung up. And yeah. And then we called, I think it was Popeyes, and said, hi, do you have pizza? And they said no. And I said, do you have a manager? And they said yes. And I said, cool, what's his name? And then I think they said like, I can't remember exactly what they said because I think it was like 2 months ago, but I can't remember exactly what they said. It's something about like, you want to talk to them? And then I said yes. And so I was talking to the manager and I was like, hi, I like pizza. And then I hung up. And then after an hour, it got kind of boring. So I just decided to not do it. That's all.
Woo! Everybody give a round of applause to Galaxy Potato. And next up to the stage, we have Judah's lack of singing abilities and also Keith Watberger.
Hi. So there's a lot of celebrity drama in the news nowadays. You know, every other day you check on Twitter and somebody's getting canceled. They're having a party and I'm never invited. But I'm pretty numb to all that stuff at this point because no celebrity drama will ever top that time in 2013 when Justin Bieber wrote in the logbook at Anne Frank's house, Anne Frank was a great girl, and hopefully she would have been a believer. And that is the funniest thing to ever happen. Justin Bieber saying that Anne Frank would have been a believer. That's why, nothing is ever going to top that. It's just funny. That's just good celebrity drama. And people were upset at this. People, they were not happy with Justin Bieber for many reasons, but just the Anne Frank thing, that's a big one. And I think they're upset because they're afraid of the truth. All right. They don't want to think that maybe in a hypothetical scenario, when Anne Frank was alive today and still a teenager, she maybe would have liked Justin Bieber. It's a possibility. Justin Bieber's main demographic is teenage girls. Anne Frank, teenage girl, could have liked Justin Bieber. Yummy, yummy, Justin Bieber songs. I don't know anything about Justin Bieber songs, but when I was researching about Justin Bieber saying that Anne Frank would have been a believer, this happened on his Europe tour when he was like 19, and man, that Europe tour, from what I've read, it's pretty wild. I was reading I was reading an article about how he got his monkey taken from him at like this Berlin airport. And he had a monkey, I guess, a monkey named Molly or something. And one of the people, like the person who took the monkey was like 14 weeks old, and they said that the monkey was clearly abused. I don't know why Justin Bieber thought it would be a good idea to bring a monkey with him. He was a strange character back in 2013, I suppose. He also collapsed on stage at one point. I did read that he talked to Will Smith during his Europe tour, and that's funny. Love Will Smith, great actor. Speaking of Will Smith, Men in Black. It's a nice transition, I know. Thank you. You know how in Men in Black they have the thing that wipes your memory, like does a flash, and then you forget everything if you're not wearing the glasses. I really don't think that we need that. I don't think that they needed that in New York City, at least, because honestly, I'm pretty numb to most of the things that happen on the subway in New York City. So if I saw an alien in the subways, it's just another day. I don't know, just whatever. It's an alien. I'll live with it because no event in the subways will ever top that time that I saw two homeless men fighting with rats like they were Pokemon. That's never going to be topped. I mean, no amount of aliens is ever going to make that better. And that's all I have. Thank you very much.
Woo! That was, yummy. So some of our older fans might recognize an older variation of this game, which we used to call hitchhiking emotions, in which we would all get in a car and change emotions as a new person came in and people came out. But now we're really not allowed to do that because we can't get in the same car as each other, even in improv. It's dangerous. So we've decided to change the game from emotional hitchhiking to emotional Zoom call. And for this game today, we're going to need Sammy, Saloni, Galaxy Potato, and who's this? Judah? Name. And like I said, we already got suggestions beforehand. So number one, Sam, the driver or the host of the Zoom meeting, you're going to be certain. Saloni, you're second. You're going to be energetic. Galaxy Potato, you're going to be third. I'm very tempted to give you just potato as an emotion, but I think I'm going to give you, I think I'll give you angry. Did I already give angry? No, I didn't. I'll give you angry.
Okay.
And
Can I call you Gal for short?
Call me GP.
Okay.
Can I call you Tato? Think about it. And I will be depressed. So, will be. So let's start off the game with Sammy. Still on mute. You're still on mute, Sammy.
On mute.
Oh, I forgot one last thing. Instead of saying, "Oh, look, there's a hitchhiker on the road. Let's let him in," we now say, "Oh, look, there's a new participant in the waiting room. Let's let them in."
Okay. All right, guys. You are going to love this Zoom meeting. I don't know why I know that. I just know it. It's I don't know, I would call it like a gut feeling, but it's definitely, it's sitting there. It's there with me. It's like it's working its way through my body. It's there. It's present. And I know you guys are going to love this Zoom meeting. And oh my God, we got someone in the waiting room. Please come in and you are going to love it.
I love the Zoom meeting. The Zoom meeting is the best Zoom meeting I've ever been in, ever. How did you do it? How did you do it?
Yeah, all I did, it's crazy. All I did was like add you, and it became amazing. I don't know how that just happened, but it's
oh my God, it's the best. It's the best. I commend you. This is the greatest Zoom meeting. Are you wearing pants? I'm not wearing pants. I don't think anyone's wearing pants. Look at my leg. Oh, pants.
I mean, that's all good, you know? That's okay. Because it's Zoom, and Zoom's the best thing ever. So why you need to wear pants, you know? So
You don't. It's greatest.
Greatest thing. And look at that. We got someone else in the waiting room. Please come in.
I can't wait to see where they are.
Oh, hi.
Do you have any idea how dangerous this is?
Oh my God. Can people join our Zoom link?
Yes.
Oh no. I didn't make it private. That's not a problem.
Why is there a computer on my table? Why isn't there a snack? Get me a snack! Someone get me a snack!
Okay. Oh my God. This is not good. Guys, this is not good. We can't do anything about it too. We could get hackers at any second.
There's a person outside my house. Get out!
This is very sad. God.
There's a person outside your house?
Yes, he's just sitting there.
On you?
Oh my
Stop
God.
going
There's a
to
spider.
my trash.
There's a spider right there. Oh my God. Oh, there's a spider on your face too. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Hey, come on. You gotta just get it off. Oh my God. And that last person, please come into the Zoom meeting. Everyone's feeling all antsy right now. We want to just cool off. Oh my God.
I barely logged on. It's so hard to find the motivation to just click on the Zoom link, and then after that, it asks you if you want to open Zoom, and it's just so hard.
Okay. We're gonna get through this together. You're not alone. You are not alone.
I have to go.
You are not alone. Even when the dark comes crashing through. When you need a friend, when you're broken. Oh.
Please, that
Oh my
song
God.
makes me even more depressed.
He left the Zoom, someone's gonna come into the Zoom? Oh Lord. That's not good. Can you get away, please? I'm on an improv show. Can you stop talking? Oh my God. It's ridiculous.
Can you leave me alone? Stop. Leave me alone.
I think that spider is back on your face.
The spider is my face. Do you have a problem with that?
I'm so
Yeah, that kind of worries me a little bit. What's going on there? I don't know. I don't like that.
Are you telling me I'm not beautiful?
No, in fact, you can get off this Zoom call right now. We don't need you.
Dad, he's
Bye.
telling me I'm not beautiful.
Okay, well, if you're going to stay on, I'm just going to keep telling you how unbeautiful you are, and that's going to be how it is.
Then I'm doing the same to you.
Okay. All right.
Your face is made of paper towels.
Okay. If that's how it's going to be, then okay.
Oh my God, this was the best Zoom ever. I love this Zoom so much. I'm just...
As soon as she got off, everything just... Dude, this is like paradise. Oh my God.
I'm so happy that I was a part of the Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to go to another Zoom that's like so much better. I'm really sorry I have to leave this one. I know it was so great. It was so great to be here. It was so great to see you. It was so great to be depressed and everything. But I have to go. Bye.
It was truly a pleasure. Truly. And now, here I am. Just me. Alone. Sometimes I just take these moments to just think about life and how how incredible I feel about myself and how much this Zoom means to me. And I am just so sure that this is going to take me to the next level in life. And yeah.
And with that, it's time to say that since we're in a pandemic, we can't hail a taxi.
No.
Wow, what a incredible, truly top tier comedy. And I don't say that like sarcastically. I truly do mean it. And next up for our for your viewing pleasure, we have Carolyn. Sorry.
Woo!
All right, so before I get started, I just want you guys to know that I'm just eating some cereal, so I'm just getting that out there. So, bathrooms. So since we've been in quarantine, I've been spending a lot of time in the bathroom, which a lot of people do, and because the bathroom, I consider it to be it's a sanctuary, okay? Well, it actually does smell kind of bad, so maybe it's more like a sanctuary. But in any case, I spend way too much time in there because I normally bring books in or electronics, which some people think is really gross. But I mean, honestly, you know what's really gross? Just sitting there on the toilet in your pajamas with your pants down waiting for nature, okay? That's the real disgusting thing, okay? And private bathrooms in your own house, they're not too bad, but if you're in public, it just takes it to a whole nother level of awkwardness. Sorry, I was just grabbing my notes. And whenever I'm in a public bathroom, I like to be alone, you know? It's fine if it's fine if two people are in there, I'm one of them, and we're both going number one, because peeing, I don't know, it just feels more natural. You've heard rain, you've heard the drizzling of water, but the other one is just completely disgusting. If you guys are doing that, your whole relationship is just completely ruined. I had a best friend, we used the same bathroom and we both had Taco Bell, and then we didn't speak for 5 years. Why do we not have soundproof stalls? My business is no one else's business, and no one needs to hear what I'm doing, and I certainly don't want to hear what anyone else is doing. It's worse when you know each other based on shoes, but you don't say you know each other, but you know each other, but you both know that you know each other, and then it just takes one little to just throw every conversation, every good moment that you've ever had with that person, just gone out the window, okay? It's done, all right? And even if you've been married or something, you're getting a divorce tomorrow, okay? And honestly, I don't really like public bathrooms at all because they're really gross. No one cleans them ever. Even if it's their job to, no one's doing that. So there's normally sticky stuff on the floor, liquids on the walls. I don't even want to say what's probably on the seat. So whenever I use the bathroom, a public bathroom, my mom always tells me to squat over it. But I have really bad aim when it comes to that sort of thing. So when I use the bathroom and I'm squatting, I get pee everywhere. It splatters on the floor and the seat, and I'm kind of just a human sprinkler. It's just ew, it's so gross. And sometimes I feel bad and I have to clean it up, and I do. But I mean, honestly, it's just not the best experience. Thank you. Yeah. I'll be here all night and all day because I can't leave. Yeah.
That was awesome. And now it is time to move on to our final game. I know it's sad, everyone, but please don't be sad that it's almost over. Be happy that there's still some left. And for this game, fortunately enough, we are actually going to need everybody because we are going to be playing a very fun game called World's Worst. Now I have some suggestions for you, and the way this is going to work is we have some of the world's best improvisers acting out some of the world's worst versions of a profession. So, for example, if I was it's the chair. I swear to God, it's the chair. I don't know if you heard that, but it really is the chair. It's a squeaky chair. So let's get started. The first round is going to be fireman. So world's worst fireman.
I'm a woman.
You're fired. Too soon? Too soon.
Buzz.
Oh yeah, I saw this on Avatar: The Last Airbender. It looked cool. I don't know if it's gonna work without the fire.
And go fight the fires like.
I'm Aang. The way that I'm gonna stop all of the Earth Kingdom from being burned is by flooding it.
I'm gender non-conforming.
They said it.
Buzz.
Sure, that house is burning down, but I'm dropping some fire lyrics.
Burning down the house.
It's not working. I'm trying to spit it out. It's not working.
Buzz.
Oh, I could use this at a water slide. Yeah.
Buzz. Get the hummus!
Is that for the itch?
Zohan, anyone?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Oh no, I can't slide down the fireman's pole because my hands are too itchy.
I'm the main character in Fahrenheit 451, but in the beginning.
Hi, this is my sequel, Celsius 411. Looking for some information, but it's hot.
Oh no, it's a fire. Oh wait, you're doing a barbecue. Sorry about that.
Buzz. All right, now let's move on to the world's worst cook.
Oh, this is actually me the other day. True story. Oh no! I'm in the middle of an improv show. I forgot I put salmon on the barbecue. It's on fire! Ah! True story. Oh, Sam was there, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was bad. He brought one of the salmons in.
It was pure black crisp.
Buzz.
Well, you know what they say. Always put out a grease fire with water.
Oh, you know what they always say? Put out a grease fire with grease is the word, with more grease. He's got moving. Ba, 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 ba. I'm so glad I had the lights for this one.
I'm about to cook you with my 3-point shot, with my off the dribble move, with my layup.
I am the one who knocks.
What?
No.
Nah.
All right, fine.
Hey, I actually baked 4 pies, but I ate like 8.85 and a little bit more of one of them. Do the math,
Buzz.
it works.
Where's the lamb sauce?
All right. Now we're gonna get the world's worst essential worker.
Oh no.
Oh my god. Uh-oh.
Hi. I'm an improv comedy teacher. Anybody? Can I leave my house yet? Anyone?
I'm the guy who's outside the Baskin Robbins dressed as an ice cream cone.
You're doing this country a great service. Thank you.
I am inevitable
Yeah.
and essential, and mostly essential.
I'm some bicycle repair shops.
It's a hoax. Too soon? Too soon. Too soon.
You know what? I actually think I'm not going to go to work today. Hospital can find another nurse. Sleep in.
Everybody jump in. Go ahead. Go ahead, Judah.
Volunteer shifts at the ER. 2-week vacation in Hawaii. Volunteer shifts at the ER. 2-week vacation in Hawaii. 2-week vacation in Hawaii.
I think the ER is safer than flying to Hawaii right now. I'm not getting on an airplane.
Oh, I'm guessing no more casual Fridays.
Now it's casual every days. Buzz myself.
Hi, welcome to the Zoom meeting for all the top doctors in New York City. Excuse me 1 second while I courtesy flush. Okay, back to the important business.
How about a courtesy? All right, and last but not least, the worst thing to say, see, or do on the last day of quarantine.
We're going streaking!
Hey, Ratatouille saw its shadow. Does that mean we got 6 more weeks of quarantine? I forget. Is the shadow good or bad? I can't remember. I never do every year.
Guys, let's have a party!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my schedule's clear.
Oh no! It was so cool being agoraphobe for a couple months. I'm back to just being the weird one.
I guess you're not so essential anymore.
Oh no! Oh no! No.
Guys, I know it's the last day of quarantine and all, but I found it. COVID-20. Oops, dropped it.
Oops.
Uh-oh.
Hey, sure, quarantine's over, but we're having so much fun. Let's do 4 more years of college online. Phoenix? Anyone? No. Who hasn't done one? Everybody jump in who hasn't done one yet, real quick. Give us one more.
I'm so glad I can just stop playing on my phone inside. Now I can play on my phone outside.
Oh, thank goodness. I was really missing that fresh urine smell in the subway.
Buzz, Well, everybody, that's our show. Thank you so much for joining us. I think that it's time for us to all go on and not hail a taxi!
Give it up one last time. Go ahead, Judah.
What?
Go ahead, introduce everybody. Give it go around. Everybody take a bow.
Everybody give a round of applause to Keith Wattenberger, Caroline Wood, Henry, I don't know her last name, also known as Galaxy Potato. I hope I pronounced it right. And Sammy doesn't have his last name in the name thing on the Zoom call. And last but not least, our lovely Zoom host meeting, Fraser.
Give it up one last time for your host, Judah, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll see you guys next time. We have classes, shows all the time. Come check it out at 8improv.com. Woo!